Zip it if you don't have anything intelligent to say. Zip it if you don't have anything good to say. Alright, welcome back to another Grand Salami Tennis Channel video. Today we're going to talk about something that I saw, and I'm super excited to talk about it. I can't hold it in any longer. We're going to talk about Andy Roddick having to defend himself against this tweet from a one Shiloh Adams on the Twitter. So here we go. We're going to just dive right in. The first thing Andy Roddick says when talking about the Rybakina-Kudermetova match is that he didn't know there were multiple Kudermetovas, and that feels like an accurate summation of how male tennis channel commentators approach covering the WTA. Lazy and uninformed. So, and then he replied, and I thought his reply was absolutely perfect. Nope, there are lots of people ranked outside of the top 140 that we don't see until they progress to top levels. This isn't a matter of being lazy or sexist. There's always a first time seeing a new player. Always. I could not agree with Andy Roddick more. And I'm going to tell you why. It's baffling. He made a mistake. He was not blatantly being sexist. He wasn't saying, I don't know who that is because I don't care about women's tennis. I don't understand why when a male commentator makes a mistake on the women's side, we automatically blame him for being sexist. If he had made the same mistake on the male side watching men's tennis, we would not even be having this conversation. I feel like if I were to Google how many female commentators there are in the sport of tennis, I bet you it's in the top 3 of any sport in the world. You have so many female commentators, so many great women athletes, great women sports commentators in the sport of tennis. You have Martina Navratilova, who's coming into it, Taylor Townsend, who broke through, who covered first ball to last ball in April. I mean, by herself, amazing. You have Mary Jo Fernandez, Chrissy Everett, Pam Shriver, my ultimate favorite, and to top everything off, you have Shonda Rubin, who is probably one of the best courtside analysts and commentators I have ever seen in any sport. So many others. There's so many iconic women commentators in tennis, and they make mistakes about the sport that they love too. To say that Andy Roddick is sexist just because he's a male who got something wrong in a female sport is ignorant and both very stupid. I think we can agree that this was real dumb of this tweet. At least for me, I thought it was stupid. This is not helping the cause for women in sports. This does nothing. This is not a solution to anything. This is creating more problems. There is a difference between blatant sexism, which actually happens, and then there's this, right? He was just covering the women's side of the sport that he loves, that he dedicated his life to, and it just happened to be that there's 2 Kudermetovas on the women in the WTA. Women's sports right now is the greatest that it has ever been. In the history of the world, this is the greatest that it has ever been. As far as viewership, as far as athletes, as far as as far as sponsorships, and being able to make money in the sport that you love doing the most. That is incredible. So this one mishap does not mean that he is sexist. He just simply didn't know because they're like, I think both of them are in the top 50 or in the top 20. He didn't know. And that's okay. That is an okay thing to not know. He wasn't saying that I don't know who that is because I don't like women's tennis, so I'm not going to give a shit about what I'm doing. I'm just collecting a paycheck. That was not that. Because he was a male commentator means that he doesn't care about women's tennis is stupid. This man cares about all tennis, and you can tell that he cares about all tennis or he wouldn't be there. I would like to see this Shiloh Adams get in the booth and intelligently speak about every individual player without any help. Because usually you have a guy tick, 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 ticking away, feeding you information about athletes as they come. Maybe the guy that does that or the girl who does that fell asleep at the wheel and he just didn't know. And it drives me absolutely insane when I see tweets like this because it's helping nobody. It's not helping women's sports. We need to acknowledge the fact that the sexes are different. It draws in different types of crowds. And that's okay. And I love, as much as the next person, men's and women's events. in tennis tournaments. They're one of my favorites. Madrid, Cincinnati, Miami, Indian Wells, all the Grand Slams. It's amazing because it brings all of everybody in that sport in tennis together. Calling him sexist is stupid, and I think we can all agree. At least I can agree with myself. So those are my thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe, especially comment, because I would love to know if you think that he was lazy and uninformed, or if it was a genuine mistake. I personally think it was just a genuine mistake, and these kinds of tweets help nobody. They help 0 people. Plus, don't even come at Andy Roddick, because I think he cares deeply for both the progression of tennis, both men and women, and that is so important. He doesn't just want one side of it to progress. He wants all sides of it to progress. I mean, zip it if you don't have anything intelligent to say. Zip it if you don't have anything good to say. That's it. That's all I have. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the flip side.